thank you guys for coming. I'm extremely nervous. Alright, I've never done anything like this. So, yeah, I make music, make instrumentals, and ever since I started, like, I kind of feel like my music is kind of like different. Kind of different from like just normal music. Like I don't really put my music in genre. So that's why I kind of like avoid kind of like working with people like rappers or whatever, local rappers that can work with them. It's hard for me to kind of make stuff like that. I'm capable, but if I just went and sat down and started making music, you know, like mindset, that's not what would come out of trap music, nothing like that. So I've always been told, like my mom used to say all the time, my music sounds like it should be in movies and stuff like that. So since I can't rap or sing, I wanted my music to tell a story. So that's why I have this. I have to explain it. You can't just listen to it. I got to tell you what's going on. And I would like to speak during the songs, but I have a mic, and I ain't want to pay for a mic. So I'm trying to. Hopefully I don't forget anything. I wrote my notes down, and I realized I gave my brother my phone. So I ain't did that, so I'm gonna have to remember this. All right. So. Johnny Be Good is the title. It's a play off Johnny, J-O-H-N-N-Y. Johnny, middle name should be good, but it's Johnny Be Good. Where I got the idea from, if you're over 30, so you should know. Or you don't know, if you've seen Back to the Future, Chuck Berry made Johnny Be Good. So one day I was listening to Pandora, so I like listening to like jazz music as I work there and study. When I used to study, I ain't doing more. But that song came on, and I was like, I kind of just noticed the name. I was like, oh, Johnny Be Good. I kind of like that idea, so I researched it. According to Wikipedia, they're accurate. So Chuck Berry made the song.
They are.
And he also made a series of other songs. So each track list, he had 5 songs. So mine is 5. It's 5 songs, about 27 minutes long. My track list follows his track list. So it's the same title. So his story was about a guitar player, a young black boy, trying to make it into, playing guitar, trying to make it big and stuff like that. And so that's what Johnny Be Good is about. And then he made a list of other songs. I don't know what the other one's about, but I know that's what the main song is about. So I kind of looked at the titles and made my own story. So first track, Johnny. Okay, it tells us like the story about a guy who went. Well, I got so much to say. It's funny. It's like he's kind of like the mascot. If y'all remember Kanye West, they had the bear. So that's where I got it from. His eyes are exactly like that. Shout out to Keisha, who drew the picture. Who I know from high school, my friend. She's a dope artist. And you can see he's wearing what I'm wearing. I was gonna explain that. I don't really have time. But
check your Instagram.
Check my IG, DEW_U. I ain't playing on that. But he's a piano player. So he wanted to make it into stardom and everything, and want to get big, and he does. I'm not gonna tell the whole thing. I'm gonna tell it as I go. So the first song is called Johnny Be Good. It starts off jazzy. It's you got live instruments, piano, guitar, and stuff like that. As it goes on, it's going to transition to, okay, he's playing in the club every night, piano, and every night he's frustrated because he's doing it like a couple of years and he just want a record deal, nothing's happening, nothing's coming from it. So every night he goes kind of mad. He goes home mad. He walks home, and a thunderstorm starts, which is emphasized by like the kick drum and the bass. You'll hear. I'll try to speak up to kind of tell you when it's coming. And the rain starts. Oh, use your imagination the best as you can. If you need to close your eyes, I need y'all to kind of use your imagination. So he's walking home. He gets home mad. He goes to sleep. He's awakened by this phone call. Phone call he's been waiting on his life record deal. And he's like, the strings are like really happy. They're really bright. And it's supposed to evoke the emotion of you feeling happy for him. So kind of just follow that. But I'm gonna shut up and play the first song. Hey. This is Johnny Be Good. Oh Jesus.
Turn up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna sit over here in my eye closed so I can't get this That's the phone call he's been waiting on. So we want to sign you a record deal. So he's like crying tears of joy. He's like super happy. That's what he's trying to do. I forgot a bunch of stories. Oh my god. I don't know if y'all know, if you know Omarion's Entourage. That was in the song. Yeah, it was a sample of it in jazz. I forgot about that. But I ain't gonna say that. But all right, so the end string part is kind of the main theme of the whole project. You're gonna hear that 2 more times. That da 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 da. That's the main thing of the whole thing. So anyway, second track is called Go Go Go. At the he got the record deal, and so he's like touring all over. The kind of picture is just this montage of them touring all over the country. You know, we know how it goes when artists go on tour. So just a montage of kind of just picture different scenarios of them playing on stage, different kinds of folks in different areas. It's the shortest song on the whole thing. It's like 2 minutes long because it's kind of supposed to represent how short stardom is. It's kind of like he only got his 5 seconds of fame. So this is the shortest song on the album. So project, whatever you want to call it. But it's called Go Go Go. And this is still jazzy. It's going to transition to other stuff, but
that's good.
I'll explain why. Once again, I have forgotten other stuff again. I'm doing another video explaining it on YouTube for things I've forgotten. So
Link in the description below.
yeah. But anyway, that I told y'all gonna hear the melody 3 times. That was the same melody as the strings, and if you listen to it as a whole, you'll get it. But so this next song is called "Lady Be Good." So just picture lady. Well, it's Lady be good. So he meets this this woman on tour. The whistle at the flute at the end transitions into one of your favorite songs by I made the morning after.
I felt it coming, bro.
Yeah,
I know it, bro.
But so it follows that. It's just it's a half step lower than whistle. But
I know
anyway,
it, bro.
yeah, he meets this girl. They like. I wanted to switch it around to because I have a Patti LaBelle sample of "If You Only Knew," and I wanted to make that one first. So I wanted to make the narrative be he falls in love, and then they like have a one night stand. But I had to reverse it because I couldn't get the whistle to flow with the Patti LaBelle sample. But anyway, so what it tells is he meet a girl, they have a one night stand, but they do fall in love, and so they have a family and things like that. And the morning after is kind of like after their night of having sex. So it's kind of a smooth song. The original song is called The Morning
After.
But this one is called Lady Be Good. It's just okay. So I just kind of just mixed it in with that. That's one of my favorites on the ever made. So
Mine too, bro. That's a fire.
But yeah, and then the transition. It's a quick transition to the Patti LaBelle sample because it kind of is supposed to represent how quick it happened. It's not. It's like as soon as the morning after ends, there's immediately these flutes that come in. It's just to show how quick it happened. Yeah, I think that's it. I'll probably forget something. But I'm not perfect at like making samples, so it's like there's stuff in here that I can hear. I don't know if y'all notice it as it's positive. But anyway, this is called "Lady Be Good." It's two songs kind of.
Jazz. That was jazz. So.
Is that Moya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't me, sorry.
Yeah. Who else? Well, me. I can snap.
Oh, I forgot to acknowledge the people on Facebook Live. I mean, is anybody watching?
Yeah, there's a couple on right now.
Yeah, 2 right now.
Hey.
I mean, people been coming like on and off.
Okay. Anyway, I'm on.
Yeah, mom. Boom.
I forgot something. I forgot something again. Sorry. So as you can see, it started off kind of jazzy and stuff like that. It's kind of moving on more electronic sense. That's kind of to show how when a lot of artists sign their deals, the record label changes their sound. So his sound is now transitioned to, he's a jazz artist, but they made him transition to this electronic sounding artist. So that's why the sound has changed. So his next one is called Johnny D Blues. He gets exposed to a lot of drugs from the girl he fell in love with. So she exposed him to a lot of drugs and everything. So this, I'm gonna have to follow me on this one. This is kind of layers to this. So on one side it represents him getting high, like it's a whole session. So there's 3 waves. So, because not that any of us have ever smoked in this room, but if you've ever, research says when you smoke, it kind of, for some people it comes in waves. So you kind of, on this high for a minute, you come down, you think that's it. Nope.
Yep.
You get higher than you was first time. So it's representing these three waves. So he gets, on one line is representing one session, he's sitting down, he's high. He gets so high that he ends up meeting who I call Johnny Rocket. So Johnny Rocket, that's going to be the title of my next project. It's going to be more electronic. So Johnny Rocket it's kind of like he's like floating up the earth, or floating out the earth into space. He comes encounter with Johnny Rocket, who's just he lives in space, but not really just high all the time. So he kind of has this face-to-face encounter with him, and I don't know, kind of like this godlike experience. I don't know. I'll try to explain. Anyway, he finally comes. Oh, it's like super sense, and it's a lot going on. It's real short because it's only supposed to give you a sample to my next project. You're not supposed to get all of it. But that's what it's gonna sound like, kind of. Then the last wave, he's kind of falling back down to earth. And he kind of meets this other person, which is his true self, because he's a jaguar. So I got these jungle sounds in there to kind of represent. I may do a project like that, I'm not sure. But so he meets his real self. So remember what I said on one end, it represents one session. Second thing, it really represents his life. Like time has passed by. Also, he's been on these drugs for so long, for years, and so so it's on one hand it's one session, and on the other hand it's actual years has passed by because he's been on these drugs so long, and he's high time he doesn't realize time has passed by. So I think that maybe I probably did for this, but this is called Lady B Blues. No, Johnny B Blues. Johnny B Blues.
Johnny Rocket.
Johnny Rocket. Johnny Rocket sounds lit.
Wrong information.
Johnny down the street.
he's on his way to the second wave. So kind of just picture him like floating all the way to come to encounter with Johnny Rocket. But the ticks are kind of seem like it takes forever to get there because research says when you get high, time kind of slows down. So it kind of,
For real?
you know, you don't have a sense of time. Time seems like it takes forever. Oh, maybe you think so. But yeah, so it's kind of just ticking. But remember, this is actual years passing by, so it's also why it's so slow. So he finally comes face to face with Johnny Rocket. Floating all the way back to Earth. This is the last wave, finally coming off the high.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Alright, so before I get to the last song, I decided I was going to kind of not show y'all, but kind of just take y'all into my mind when I'm making the beat. So I'm kind of going to show how I kind of made that. So started from where it came from. Just kind of show y'all how much an instrumental can evolve from just one little thing. But at least for my end, I've always been told like I got a knack for like just stacking chords and making pretty chords and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of just walk y'all through how I kind of made that second one, and then we'll get to the next one. Dope.
Alright, so if you remember, I started off when the time was going by the glockenspiel for the bells.
back. And I went to the
Last song is called Bye Bye Johnny. Johnny dead.
Oh, shit. Just like Infinity War. Shit.
So, Johnny, remember he got exposed to all these drugs, man. So, it's a two-part song. I'm gonna cut up the hand and talk again. But he got exposed to all these drugs. The girl, got messed up. So as he thought he was he was getting ready to turn his life around. He kind of had a realization, but it was ultimately too late. So yeah, but this what represents him kind of coming around is back to the live piano, guitar is back. Kind of these live instruments. So that's kind of represents, kind of show how he was coming around, but it's too late. So he died, and so kind of picture a montage of not him going around touring, but kind of like the accomplishments he did. He accomplished it. Like he was a big star, but it only, he got supposed to be drugs, so he had a big fall. And so just a montage of him just doing these great things. And this song took me the longest to do because I was going to go in another direction, kind of make it all this classical sounding, but I'm glad I didn't. Because that's why I don't rush my music, because I get inspiration from everywhere. Logic dropped his second mixtape, and he had Indica Badu on that. So that song
gave an inspiration to this song. So I'm glad because this is probably one of my favorite songs I made. But I'm gonna play the first half, and then I'll play the second half. But it sounds nothing like any Goode, but I got my inspiration from there.
So you said.
Dope.
This is Bye Bye Johnny. Alright, this is the same song, but I gotta explain this part. So, this is the last time, this is the return of the theme you probably don't remember. If you listen to it as a whole, you'll know. Yeah, it's called the main theme of the songs, of the project. So, this kind of just this piano and strings, this kind of like this real beautiful melody, kind of this classical type sound. But here's kind of the big, I guess, how loud we want to call it. So, where did you need to hear this part? What is he doing?
Who's cold?
Jamal!
You want to go get it?
I think. Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties. Not your brother.
Is she your brother, bro?
I
ain't doing first. A victim, man, bro. A victim.
Hey, son, come here.
Whoa.
I mean, it's
Yeah, I
I heard
heard.
a victim. That was bass, bro.
Alright, yeah. So, I'm explaining the last part. So, yeah, so you know, Johnny's dead. So I don't know if I did this subconsciously or not. I don't know, but I'm not afraid to share it. I've been going to counseling.
So, I found out, one thing I found out is that my dad's death affected me probably more than I realized. So, my dad died when I was 18, and he kind of, in my own view, he shouldn't have died. So, this kind of took on the place, I don't know, but I think maybe subconsciously I made this about him, because it's not exactly about his life, but in a way it is. He wasn't like chasing like stardom or nothing, but he kind of had this happy life or whatever, and then he kind of, something happened, and then he got it, was an alcoholic and things like that. And so, in my eyes, he met the wrong woman, and ultimately she was his demise. So, really, if it wasn't for her, I feel like he'd still be alive. So, just like in the story, if it wasn't kind of for this woman that he met, he wouldn't have got exposed to these different kind of things. And just as he was like about to turn his life around, as I feel like my dad was about to do, it was too late. So, so I think maybe subconsciously I made it back, I don't know. But, what was I gonna say? So kind of picture the funeral of Johnny. This is the funeral. Yeah, and it's supposed to like make you feel sad if you cry, it's okay. I've cried making it and listening to it. So, yeah, it's supposed to make you feel sad, kind of mourn Johnny. And at the very end, strings go away. There's the same telephone. I know the phone rings old, set in 1980s. I was like, we ain't got no Android or no Jackson. iPhone ringtone. So that's why it's like. But that phone, that same ringtone was at the very, very end. So that's kind of showing this thing that he was chasing. He was chasing stardom. Really, if it wasn't for that phone call, he would probably still be alive. But the things he was chasing the most, ultimately, that's his death. So, yeah. This is called, this is the second half of Bye Bye Johnny, which is the same melody as the first two songs, but it's embellished. I forgot the most important part. Okay, at the very end, at the very end, I'm not gonna start over, but at the very end, the strings get darker. So I don't know, I believe in God and Jesus, go to heaven. But if you ever mourn somebody, I don't know, at least how it was for me. It's kind of this. Yeah, my dad can say that at an early age, he was also like, so it's like, can we go to heaven? So it's kind of like this. The strings get real dark at the end because it's probably supposed to represent this uncertainty of the afterlife. So they get real dark and they end that way. But I'm like, I'm starting over early. Grace. good. That was it.
Put it on Apple Music,
I
bro.
hope y'all enjoyed it. I don't know when I'm gonna actually like release it. It's only going to be on SoundCloud and YouTube.
What the hell?
I can't put it on Apple Music because there's a Pandora sample that I'm
We
not.
gonna ban. We been banned.
The rest of that stuff is free. But thank y'all. I never done this. I never been in a room with like people listening to music. It's kind of weird. But hope y'all enjoy it. Thank y'all so much for coming, bro. I don't know what's next on the agenda. I need to go home. We may play some games. But thank y'all.